Bilal, speak now. You good. Yeah. One thing I found very interesting is about your father. So,
My in a long time ago, my dad was he was a minister, and he's very clear about his position. If you read what Jesus says, he's very clear that the bringer of the flood is someone else who is somewhere else, who knows things that Jesus doesn't know and can do things that Jesus can't do but has only seen him do. And that is my father, who I consider to be an expert in the field, still do. He kind of fell away, and so did I. But I still, in a lot of ways, I fell away from this, but I didn't fall away from the bringer of the flood.
SubhanAllah.
From the God that Jesus answered to.
Allahu.
And in a lot of ways, people who I known who had never read the Quran spoke to me like they were talking from it. Like they say that on the Day of Judgment, that the people who stand before Allah, they say that I won't accept anyone's testimony except my own. And then their own limbs begin to speak and testify against them. And I would talk to people and tell them, like, it says this, that on the Day of Judgment, that they'll bring these witnesses forth. And people would tell me directly, I don't care who they bring. I'm the only one I trust. And I know that they haven't read this, and yet they talk to me exactly from it. And I think when it hit being the hardest was I was reading the Quran, and some people came in, and I closed it and put it away because I was afraid of what they would think. And I talked to them, and I said, I'm just reading a book. And they walked away and opened it back up, and the very next line that I read was, it would have been better that you feared me.
The Quran spoke to you.
Yeah. And in a real way, I mean, you can't fight this. You can't fight the truth.
Allah guide us all. Brother Bilal, mashallah, surprised us about the depth of research he's already done. Tell us about the ayah of the Quran.
When I first started reading the Quran, I would only get just a few verses in until I got to Surah Al-Baqarah. It says, Summum bukmyun amyun fahum la yarji'un. Like deaf, dumb, and blind, they will not return to the path. And I read that, and for the longest time I thought that was me. That if I wasn't sure and convinced, that I was the munafiq that this was talking about. And
how many years have you studied Islam?
A lot. I don't know how long. It's been a while. And
tell us about the first spiritual experience you ever had.
The first time. So when I was a kid, I remember go to church and you see people, and they act like they feel a certain way, that you see something that you can't see. And I thought, I must not be doing it hard enough because they see it and I don't. And the first time that I ever felt anything in that way, like these people felt in front of me, was when I was reading hadith about the Day of Judgment, and God is speaking to Muslim. He's telling him, you did this thing, didn't you know you were going to answer to me for it? And he goes, well, I did. And he said, you kept it a secret in a past life, and I kept it a secret before you. And me not exposing you was my mercy to you, and I kept it a secret in a former life, and I will keep it a secret today. And that for me was the first time that I saw something in a religious way and felt something while reading it.
Brother, mashallah, knows Quran, he knows Hadith, alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him, and he's not even from San Diego. Allah made this opportunity for us to be here because Allah had written this good for him, and we ask Allah to accept it from all of us. So we'll do the Shahada, and this is a message to all of those, Apis, Dave, Sam, everybody else. Look, do whatever you want. Last ikhlas then, Pashto we say last ikhlas then, do whatever you want. Remember, guidance is from Allah. You can't fight the truth. Every single day, everywhere in the world, Allah is spreading this truth, and no matter what you do, Allah will only spread it more. So inshallah, we'll do the Shahada together. So, English first, Arabic first? Your Arabic's good, so.
Okay.
MashaAllah, he's researched well and Allah accepted. Ashhadu
أشهد
an la ilaha
أن لا إله
illallah.
إلا الله
Wa ashhadu
وأشهد
anna
أن
Muhammadan
محمدا
abduhu
عبده
wa rasuluh.
ورسوله.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
I bear
I
witness
bear witness
there is none worthy of worship
there is none worthy of worship
except Allah.
except Allah.
And I bear witness
And I bear witness
that Muhammad
that Muhammad
is his slave
is a slave
and messenger.
and messenger.
Allahu
Allahu
Akbar.
Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu
It's the most emotional shahada I've had ever. Forget COVID.
I got you.